Hey, how's it going? Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to diet and eat to build muscle for under $10 a day. I'm going to be cooking breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a few snacks thrown in there. For reference, I'm about 165. I work out 4 to 5 times a week. So the calories may vary for you, but these meals should be pretty applicable to most people. And this is going to be a good diet with high in protein, even carbs and fats, and snacks thrown in there so you guys don't get hungry. Here's all the food for the day. I'll calculate how much all of it costs together, and then I'll break it down per meal. So let's get right into breakfast. For breakfast, we're going to be having eggs with toast and a banana. Eggs are a great food to eat while you're dieting or if you're just trying to save money, because a dozen eggs costs about $1.80, which brings each egg to about 15 cents. Because they're so cheap and versatile, eggs are a great option to pick. And then toast, you just, for some carbs, you can switch this up with like English, but bread is generally cheap. The average cost of a loaf of bread is about $2.50, and depending on how many slices of bread are in the loaf, it's about 15 cents per slice of bread, which is really cheap. And then the average cost of a banana is 60 cents. So here's meal one. I like to put my eggs on toast, but as I mentioned, this meal is super easy to make. Literally took me under 5 minutes. Toast takes like 3 minutes, eggs take like 3 minutes, and you can do it at the same time. It's really well balanced. I got the banana on the side. You get your good carbs, fats, and protein, and super cheap. Each meal I'll throw up the price and the macros of each, and like I mentioned with the eggs being super versatile, you can change them up each day. You can do hard-boiled, poached, scrambled, fried, and you won't ever get sick of them. And you can switch it up each day, so it's good. The other thing to mention is this is going to be really filling for me. You can switch it up. You can do just 2 eggs, 1 egg. Depends on how hungry you are, how much protein you need. Obviously, if you eat more, it's going to cost a little bit more, but the eggs are so cheap, it won't really affect you. And if you eat less, it'll be a little cheaper. So I'm almost done here. I just wanted to pop in and say this is like really filling. You're going to get enough protein from the day that if you just want 2 eggs, you'll be perfectly fine. I know a lot of people don't want to eat that much, but it's really filling, real healthy. So I'd say meal 1 is a success. And there's my doggy trying to get in. Get out of here. So one nice thing about dieting is still being able to have snacks. So I think a great option for a healthy snack is a protein bar. If you're still hungry after breakfast, between lunch, you can have one of these. I get these pure protein bars, and they taste really good to me, and a whole box of 12 is usually around $12, which means each bar comes out to $1. So if you have the extra money and you're still hungry, add in $1 for a protein bar, and that makes a good healthy snack. Alrighty, another great snack you can have throughout the day is rice cakes. These rice cakes come in a lot of different flavors: chocolate, caramel, plain. And nice thing about these rice cakes, super low calorie, only 50 calories per rice cake. A whole bag of these rice cakes is around $3, and you get 14 rice cakes per bag, which brings out each rice cake to about 20 cents. So this is another great super low calorie, super cheap snack that you can easily fit into this healthy day of low budget eating. Alrighty, for meal 2 then, we're gonna be having rotisserie chicken with penne pasta. So pasta is another cheap, great carb source. Average box of pasta is around $2, and I'm seeing less in most places, but we'll just round up at 2. And usually you get about 8 servings here, which brings each serving of pasta to 25 cents. And then this rotisserie chicken I got was only $8. You can split it up into like 4 servings. That'll put you around $2 for the 1 meal. And then an apple on the side. Apples cost about it's around like 35 cents. It averages out. Sometimes you get them in bags, but apples are pretty cheap as well. So this whole meal right here is probably under $3. And as I mentioned, pasta is a great carb source. It also has a lot of protein, so if you're not getting a lot of protein throughout your day, pasta is another good option, and it's a little better in that area than rice. About 200 calories for one serving, and that's really good because it'll fill you up, and it'll just be a good addition to this meal. And then rotisserie chicken's a great option for those on a budget, as I mentioned, pretty cheap. And the nicest thing about it is you don't have to prepare it, it's already made for you. But you could easily swap in cooked chicken breasts. That's probably even cheaper, a little healthier, but overall rotisserie chicken's a great protein source. Got some good fats in there, and the nice thing is you get the different parts of the meat, so it gives some variety each day. So we're gonna make this. One tip is to always measure out your pasta. This box says 3/4 of a cup is one serving. So a little over that, but the main reason you want to measure out is, one, if you're on a budget, you want to make sure you're getting enough days out of one box, because you could get 8 days if you do one serving per day. And then another thing is, so here's meal 2, another really convenient, tasty meal. As you can see, I had a Parmesan here, super cheap, or super low calorie cheese, like 20 calories per serving. So if your pasta is a little plain, you can add that, maybe mix in some butter. But you also can mix in the chicken with it and get the sauces. But like I said, super convenient. Heat up the chicken for like a minute in the microwave, and pasta takes like 5 minutes to boil. And then another tip with drinks is, I'm having a diet green tea. Normally I'd recommend just drink water, but big thing with dieting is to not drink your calories. So if you are going to drink different things, try to go diet, zero calorie things. That'll add a little extra money to your weekly budget, but sometimes it's worth it because it can get old just drinking water all the time. And I got the apple thrown in there just for some fruit on the side. Alright, so for the last meal, for dinner, we're going to be having taco meat mixed in with some green peppers and mushrooms with rice. So rice is a great diet food when you're on a budget, because this whole box of rice is about $3. Cooks super quick, and you get like 5 bags per box, which is like pretty much 2 servings per bag. So rice is one of the cheapest things you can get. Good filling carb. Rice is one of the cheapest foods you can get. It's a really good filling carb. And then with the taco meat, I'm just going to be mixing in some of this taco seasoning to give it some flavor. Super simple meal, tastes really good, really healthy. You get some protein from the taco meat, carbs from the rice, and then we got some veggies mixed in for some flavor and to get those micronutrients. And I forgot to mention the ground beef for a whole package is around $4 or $5. The box says there's about 5 servings, so this would be good for a family or just for yourself to meal prep for the week. I like to go with ground turkey. It's leaner, but might be a little more expensive than regular ground beef. It really doesn't make a huge difference, but if you're trying to cut down on some fats, you can go with ground turkey. Alrighty guys, so here's the final meal of the day. Looking nice and colorful. I mixed in some mushrooms and green peppers. And I'll tell you, the taco seasoning mix can literally make anything taste good. So big tip for when you're dieting, if you're trying to lose some weight, is spices and hot sauces are great. Usually really low calorie, like a hot sauce is pretty much 0 calories. And then spices are usually like 10-15 calories. And then the great thing about this meal is you can just pack up the rest for the next day. You get like 2 or 3 more meals out of this. And you want to make like the rice, just make a bunch of rice at one time so you already have it made. And overall, this literally took me like 10-15 minutes to make. You can cook the rice while you're cooking the turkey or the ground beef, and you pretty much just brown it until it's cooked. Doesn't take that long. Alrighty guys, that pretty much wraps up today's full day eating on a budget. I hope these recipes were able to help you guys. The thing with fitness is a lot of false information out there. People try to make things more complicated to sell their programs. And I just want to give you guys some helpful tips for dieting. You don't have to eat lame chicken, broccoli, rice every single meal. You can mix things up. You can enjoy what you're eating. And things can be easy to make and cheap to make. So let me know if you guys try any of these meals down below, and let me know how this works out for you. I'll see you guys next time.